Here's what you missed this week on Play Mornings.
There's a woman on Reddit right now, and she's considering divorce.
Is it my mom?
She's considering divorce because her husband keeps throwing away all of her cheese.
Not my mom. My dad would be eating it. Throwing away her cheese?
So they own a cheese store.
Oh, my God. Of course they do.
And her favorite cheese is blue cheese. Now, the look on your face, it is a little,
I get it. I get why he's throwing it out.
It's not for everybody.
It should not be for anybody.
I love blue cheese. Love it.
Blah.
So now this man does not like blue cheese, and he's been going and throwing away all of her stash, and she keeps going to buy it thinking it's just an honest mistake. Mm-hmm. And turns out he's been doing it on purpose, and she's now considering a divorce for just throwing out the cheese on purpose now.
Huh. That seems excessive.
A little bit excessive, or maybe a lot excessive.
But it's also like, is she ordering the cheese? Because they own a cheese shop.
Yeah.
Is she ordering the cheese specifically for herself, or is he like throwing out product?
She likes blue cheese, so she brings it home for herself to snack on.
Okay, see, in that case, nobody else wants it. Why are you wasting our company money to feed your your moldy? Let's call it what it is. It's moldy cheese.
It is, but it's good cheese.
No, it's not.
It is so good.
Give me one good reason as to why it's good. The smell, delicious.
Oh, it's like salty. Put it on a steak with some garlic. It's so. Don't look at me like that. It is so good.
You know why that's
blue cheese?
No. You know why that's delicious? It's because you just mentioned steak and garlic. You're not just. I could eat cheddar cheese by itself all day long. Are you telling me right now that you would eat blue cheese?
Absolutely, absolutely.
You messed up.
I totally would. Blue cheese dip with some like buffalo chicken wings.
No.
Or you mean just the actual chunky cheese? Of course I would.
I will eat a block of cheddar cheese. Are you telling me that if you had nothing else to eat, you'd be like, oh, blue cheese, delicious, yummy, yummy, yummy?
Yes.
Okay.
I can say that with 100% fact. I would eat it. Don't look at me like that.
Got nothing left to say.
What is your best friend's dad's name?
Whoa.
Do you have a best friend?
Yeah.
What's his dad's name? You don't know, do you?
I don't.
Okay, what is one of your friend's dad's name?
Oh, Craig.
Okay, because there's a new trend for babies who are born in 2025.
Okay.
Who technically would be called Gen Beta.
Okay.
But it is the my best friend's dad's name trend. And any baby that's born in 2025, the study suggests that the most popular baby names are going to be named after your best friend's dad's name.
What?
So your best friend's dad's name could be Craig, and that's
You can't look at a baby and be like, hey, you know what that baby looks like? It looks like a Craig.
they're just trying to go back to the more traditional names. But all I can picture is a baby being born, naming him George, having some male pattern baldness, a graying beard, and bifocals.
I went to the dentist yesterday. It was excruciating. I hate the dentist. Nobody in their right mind likes the dentist.
I love the dentist.
Yes. Again, look at what I said. Nobody in their right mind likes the dentist. I have a terrible gag reflex. And because I hadn't gone to the dentist in about 2 to 3 years, I went, and nothing really in those 2 to 3 years has, entered my mouth enough to make me gag. Except for like sometimes when I would brush my tongue. And okay, so I don't even know how to. I was at the dentist, putting his fingers all up in my mouth, and at one point he put his finger a little too deep in my mouth, and John not only vomited on his hand,
Stop it!
but back into his mouth.
Stop it!
And this was like
No.
not even end of like this was like beginning.
So you still had the entire appointment to get through.
Yeah, so like I had, and you could. It wasn't like, oh, it was like a sour burp. It was like, oh, this is vomit. You could see it like on the tip of his
That is
glove
so
and
disgusting.
everything. What's more disgusting is that it went back into my throat, and he seemed to have not noticed at the time. So I was kind of like forcing my head, and he was like, "Don't move." And I was like, well, there's vomit. There's chunks in my mouth here. So I'm sure I swallowed some back down. But yeah, so that was my dental visit. The rest of it went fine, as well as a dentist visit can go. But yeah, so I threw up all over my dentist's hand and all up back down my throat.
So needless to say, you're getting a new dentist?
Needless to say, that's funny. You want to feel like somebody is cupping your boob at all times?
Wait, what?
Do you want to feel like somebody is cupping your boob at all times? Now I don't know, but okay, I'll answer first. I'll answer first. As a man with breasts, I like not only the support, but kind of just like the feeling of fingers on my boobs. Sometimes I'll just rest my hands on my boobs.
Okay.
And I found this bra that has padding on the inside of it, as most bras do. But they're in the shape of cupped hands.
Stop it.
To hold your boobies in place. And I need to know what it feels like.
I think I would
need to
like
know
that.
what this yeah, right?
Yeah, I think I would like that a lot.
Right? Now it's different. If the thumb and the index finger were together, maybe I'd be like, yeah, that's not for me.
Now,
my nipples are super sensitive.
Does it show these cupped hands on the outside too?
Not from what I can see on the other side of it.
Because that would be like, you'd be walking around in a white t-shirt, and that'd be almost like a ghost is cupping your boobs.
Oh my God, a ghost grope. Okay, so I did find the other side of it. Here's what it looks like.
Oh, you can't see anything.
No, at all. So only you know.
You gotta flip it inside out then.
Yeah, well, what you want people
Ghost
to
grope.
see that?
It's funny.
It's not supposed to be funny. It's supposed to feel good. If they can find a way to make it warm like an actual hand dude, I will wear bras from now
Just
on.
put a little hole in there and get some hand warmers. Shake them up and throw it in there.
Yeah, but that only stays warm for, like, my hands stay warm forever.
I would wear this.
So would I. I would also wear this.
Where do you get them?
Alibaba? You know, the Chinese bulk website?
It's all about the men today.
Yeah, it is.
Today is National...
Isn't it every day, ladies?
Today is National Men Make Dinner Day.
I rescind my little...
I thought you would. So basically, they're saying that this day is created for men who do not know their way around the kitchen, who don't cook very often,
right here.
Aren't very familiar with cooking appliances and whatnot. So this is like your perfect day.
It sounds like a disaster. I feel like we have to break it up into like, okay, men 25 to 30, here's your day. Men 20 and younger, because if we got a whole bunch of men who don't know their way around a kitchen making stuff at the same time, I feel like there might be a power outage.
How many firefighters are we going to have to call?
Baby, I burn eggs. Well, to all you feet freaks out there, you have a chance at owning not only history, but I don't know, an old smelly pair of shoes, as the ruby slippers from the Wizard of Oz are up for auction.
Really?
Yeah, so you could be sniffing Judy Garland's feet, bro.
That doesn't sound fun.
I bet.
How much
some people crank the volume here to be like,
Feetfinder.com.
what's the link to bid? Please tell me. Well, apparently it's already up to $240,000.
Wow.
So they get put up for auction actually quite a bit. The last time I saw, which was over 2 years ago, they went for $600,000 US. I don't know,
penny right there.
right? So I think the last time it got sold to auction, it got sold to like a museum, and now I guess their exhibit type thing, they're done with it. So now they're putting it back up for auction. So at least you know that, the feet smell is fermented.
That is where they
It's
belong.
still around.
In the museum, in a case where nobody can smell it.
Not just in like, because listen, Elon Musk has that money, and he seems like the type of dude to like, buy
Put him on?
I've never been naked and afraid. I've been naked and sweaty. I've been naked and bloated. But never naked and afraid. I haven't been put in that situation before.
I have.
Huh?
I don't have curtains in my apartment.
Oh, dude. Yeah. Not only are you afraid, but the birds as well. Well, I was watching Naked and Afraid, cult classic, amazing TV show. There's like 25 seasons under its belt. That's my Survivor. Mine would be if Jeff Probst was naked. But I was watching yesterday, and they had a homeless guy. If somebody like me goes on, it's like, oh, I gotta be naked in front of... But I feel like homeless people, like, they're just all for it. There's always a girl and a guy. The guy was homeless, but he wasn't like homeless. Like he was homeless in like a van life type situation. So he was kind of a hippie.
Okay.
But the girl, she was like covering her bits the entire, and the dude was just flowing. Everything was in the breeze. Everything was like flat. You could hear like, it was all
the wind blowing through his hair.
Yeah, sure. Let's put it that way. But it just made me wish that I had the confidence of a homeless person.
I guess if you were homeless, you'd be kind of used to being in a jungle type situation.
But
then if you're living in your van and you're like just hippie style, I don't know if you could call him homeless if he's...
no, he called himself homeless.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's the only reason. I would have just said, oh, there's this guy who lives in this van, but he's like, yeah, like I'm a homeless traveler. And I was like, oh, rock on, brother.
Good for him, man. Good for him.
Maybe put it away for a second while you're talking to him. I don't know. It's distracting. Get that thing out of my face. Picture everybody naked. I picture you with more clothes on.
I can picture it now.
Do you respect Mariah Carey?
Yes.
Do you?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you think that she should be in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame?
She's not already?
She is not in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, but do you know who is?
Everybody else?
Well, that's a yeah. First off, yeah, literally, it's just a musician Hall of Fame at this point. If you make music, there's a pretty big chance you're going to be in it. But more importantly, her lawyer is in the Rock and Roll
Wait, what?
Hall
Mariah Carey is not in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, but her lawyer is?
And she received that honor 2 years ago.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
What? I thought Mariah Carey was in this Rock and Roll Hall of Fame this entire time.
She's not good enough, I guess. I literally don't know what it comes down to, but so many people are in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
For having like the highest pitch that anybody could possibly ever have, to having the #1 best-selling Christmas song of all time every year, repeatedly every year. She's not in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame?
You know who is also in the Rock and Roll?
Everybody else.
Yes. Well, out of the 2024 inductees, what caught me by surprise, Zendaya. She's also.
Wait, what?
Literally, dude, there's so many artists who aren't even artists who are in here. By the way,
why is Zendaya?
I don't know, but by the way, Dua Lipa making it before Mariah Carey. What is going on
How
here?
are they basing this? Like, what are the guidelines to get into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame? If Mariah Carey can't do it, nobody else can.
You know who also is in it?
Who?
Mr. Jack Black.
What? Okay, I can understand
Tenacious
Jack Black
D.
for sure. No, my mind is a little bit blown right now because, okay, this is not okay. Mariah Carey deserves to. I am not big on Christmas music. If I never heard "All I Want for Christmas Is You" ever again, I wouldn't. It would be too soon. It would be too soon. But she deserves to be in that Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
I also just want to point one more thing out before we go. Jelly Roll, putting out music for 2 years. He's in it.
You're right. What? Let's do Christopher Walken.
Okay, I can't even begin. He is such an anomaly that I don't know if I could tell you what his job was before he was famous. First off, he's like 100, so shoe shiner is shoe shiner his previous gig.
That is a great answer.
Can I have a hint?
It also has something to do with animals.
What are you talking about? Lion tamer. Shut up.
You did not guess that right.
Shut up!
You did not just guess
You are not telling me Christopher Walken was a friggin' lion tamer.
I'm out.
No!
That is right.
What?
You looked that up, didn't you?
Lions. No!
Do that again?
It's Christopher Walken. The lions. Hey, sit. Good lion. Good.
My eyes are watering.
Lion tamer?
Yes. Christopher Walken was a lion tamer before he became famous.